Hey guys, I'd like to talk about something that could be absolutely beneficial to you guys and speed up the whole development process. So, if you're using Visual Studio Code, let's jump right into it. Uh, I'm going to talk about code snippets that you can write for yourself, and it can absolutely speed up the whole process by generating code snippets. So, for instance, let's say that I type something like PHP and hit enter, it generates this function. And now let's go to JavaScript and let's say that I need some asynchronous function. So if I type asfunc, it generates this whole body for me, this whole code block for me. And the way you do it is basically hit Control Shift plus P and it will open up this pop-up box and you gotta look for snippets. So as you can see, these are my existing snippets that I have already written by myself, and I have SAS, React, PHP, HTML, email code, regular CSS, you name it. You can basically do it for any any extension, whether it's Pi, whether it's Ruby, whatever you use. So the way you do it, like if you don't have it, you gotta go ahead and hit new global snippets file, and you kind of have to write your name for the snippet. Let's say another PHP and hit enter. So it will take you here, and if you read it, you'll have everything that you need to know. So I'm not going to read it, and I'm going to like delete this one. So I'm going to take you to one of the snippets that I have, let's say PHP, and this is the general format that you want to look for. So this is in JSON format, and the way you do it is that you gotta have these four properties here. That is a must. And the first one is scope. This is to define the scope level for this snippets. For instance, you wanna write PHP, HTML, whatever you're using it for, JavaScript. That is the thing. Since React is not extension, you cannot write React here. I don't know, probably that's not going to work. Basically, this is the extension that you gotta define here. And prefix is the shorthand that you're going to use. If you're familiar with BEM for CSS naming convention, try to keep it something like that or anything that makes sense to you. So PHP, as I showed you guys that I typed PHP, that generated the starting and closing tag of PHP. So that is something you define within this body here. And for the description, it's up to you what you want to write here. Absolute freedom there. So yeah, and you just save it and start using it the way you want.